Housing affordability is crazy right now. The stat is that as a percent of your income, principal and interest is at 35% as a percent of your income. Right now for housing affordability, that's the highest it's been since 1981. So cost of living matters, affordability matters. Today we're gonna look at why so many people are choosing Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky as their destination for their new home, especially when you compare it to these expensive states and cities across the United States. Let's get into it. Now, cost of living is often a deciding factor when someone's considering a move. Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky have consistently been ranked as some of the most affordable regions in the United States. But how do they measure up when you're stacking them up against other major US cities, particularly those that might be experiencing downturns in their housing markets?
First, let's look at housing costs. Cincinnati's median home price is around $260,000. That's far below the national average. In contrast, cities like Austin, Texas, Miami, Florida, and San Francisco, California have seen soaring prices over the last few years, with median home prices well above $600,000 in Texas and Florida and over $1 million in California. However, these markets are starting to cool off due to a combination of high mortgage rates and increased housing supply.
All right, let's talk about utilities and groceries. I don't know about you, but my grocery bill has gone way up, especially with my 5 kids. Day-to-day costs in Cincinnati are about 7% lower for utilities and about 5% lower for groceries when you're comparing them to national averages. Now that might not sound like a ton, but these savings do add up, giving you more bang for your buck overall. Looking at transportation and healthcare, transportation is about 12% less than the national average, and healthcare is about 8% lower than the national average here in Cincinnati. Again, that's just contributing to a higher quality of life for you at a lower cost. Now, we help a lot of people move from across the country here to the Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky area. So let's focus on where this shift in the economy and real estate is happening. Cities in California and Texas and Florida, which have been booming the last few years, they're now facing significant challenges. For instance, in California, San Francisco and Los Angeles, they're seeing significant slowdowns. San Fran has experienced a population decline in recent years due to high living costs, and also remote work trends have contributed to that. Meanwhile, the home prices are starting to stabilize or even drop slightly as more people are relocating to affordable regions. In Texas, there are cities that are expected to see home prices drop nearly 10% by 2025, and even major metro areas like Austin, they're cooling off with the housing market stabilizing after years of rapid growth. And in Florida, in places like Sarasota and Tampa, what you're seeing right now is a surge in housing supply. It's up like 50% year over year. That's causing home sales to decline when you've got an oversupply and not enough demand. So this glut in inventory, it's leading to more price cuts, indicating a shift from the heated seller's market that these cities and states have experienced in the past few years. All right, so given these recent trends, why should Cincinnati or Northern Kentucky be on your radar? I want to give you 4 quick reasons. I mean, the first, number 1, is obvious. We've been talking about it all video, but that's affordability. There's significantly lower housing costs here. So whether you're renting right now, you want to buy your first house, or whether you want a bigger house for your family, your money just is going to stretch and go a lot further. If you need more room for a growing family, that $300,000, that $400,000, that $500,000, that $700,000 here is going to go so much further than cities like Seattle and San Fran and Chicago and Sarasota and Tampa and these places around the country. All right, the second reason why you might want to consider Cincinnati or Northern Kentucky is the stable job market. We've got a handful of Fortune 500 companies here like Kroger and Procter & Gamble, but beyond that, the way I often talk to people who are not from here about the city is like, it's a stable city. When I talk to people about living here in Cincinnati, I often say, hey, look, we're kind of average. When things get too hot, we don't go crazy high. When things get cool, we don't go crazy low. We're a very stable economy here, and that can give you peace of mind if you're looking to move somewhere to stay there for kind of a longer duration and maybe put down some roots. Third reason why you might want to consider Cincinnati is the high quality of life. So whether it's sports, like whether you're a Bengals fan or a Reds fan or FC Cincinnati, you've got all the sports here. Whether you're into the art scene, right next door, we're here at beautiful Eden Park. There are so many great parks here in Cincinnati. Right next door is the Cincinnati Art Museum, which is fantastic. There are a ton of other great museums here, the ballet, the Cincinnati Symphony. It's a fantastic place for arts. It's a fantastic place for food and culinary and beer and bourbon. It's just got so much going for it. The blend between Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky offer a vibrant community experience, and I'm telling you guys, there is something for everyone here. All right, the fourth reason why you might want to consider Cincinnati is its strategic location. So pull out the map, take a look at where Cincinnati, Ohio is. We're basically right in the middle of the Midwest. So with all of those dollars that you're saving from your lower cost of living, if you want to go on day trips, if you want to go on weekend trips, you can do that. We're centrally located. It's a great place to travel off and have different adventures and make this your home base. So if you're thinking about making a move and you want to get the most out of your money, but still have a high quality of life, Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky should definitely be at the top of your list. With affordable housing, strong job market, and just a great community overall, this is a great place to live. There's a good reason why I've helped dozens and dozens and dozens, or now hundreds of people move to the Cincinnati area. We'd love to help you out too. All right, guys, so if you're thinking about making the move, please reach out with any questions or leave a comment below. I would love to help you out. Reach out to me directly at info@teamsztanyo.com. I've lived here my whole life, and I'm raising my 5 kids here because I love this city. It's a great place to live. If this content was helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.